The next section of the database deals with creating the batch cover sheet, reprinting it, etc. By clicking on the fourth option, this opens up the batch cover sheet options menu. Before printing the first batch cover sheet, it's important to check the number that will be printed on that sheet. To do so, click on the button to return to the main screen. On the main screen, click on the maintenance screen button and select the second option, batch number. If batch cover sheets have been sent to the Garda vetting unit in the past and the last number used was 219, we have entered in 220 here. This will be the number printed on the next batch. Click on the button to return to the maintenance screen and click on the button to return to the main screen. Click on the fourth button on the main menu batch cover sheet options to open up the menu for the batch cover sheet. The first button on the left hand side allows the user to preview the applicant details that will be placed on the batch cover sheet, assuming that these are the forms that will be sent to the Garda vetting unit. At this point, an applicant can be placed on hold. If the user would like to change any details regarding that applicant, click on the Go to Applicant button. This opens up the applicant's records and the details can be changed. Click on the Return button to go back to the previous screen and press the Close form. A moment ago, I placed an applicant on hold. The applicant was placed on hold because the person was under 18 and required a parental consent form, or may have been put on hold for other reasons. This means that that applicant will not be printed on the current batch. I'm now going to click on the button to create the batch. We have a message here to check that the user does in fact want to do that at this point. By clicking OK, the batch cover sheet is displayed. The head office details is at the top and the information regarding the authorised signature is at the bottom of this batch. At any point, the database user can reprint the batch cover sheet. A moment ago, we printed the batch 220. We could have changed the details of the name and address of an applicant. An applicant could be placed on hold, or an applicant could have been removed from being on hold. We therefore want to reprint the batch. We do so by entering in the number 220 here and click on the Reprint Batch Cover Sheet. When the batch has been returned by the Garda vetting unit, we enter in the number of the batch 220 and click on Update Applicants. So we're now looking at the applicants who are on that batch 220. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm now going to enter in the details of 3 fictitious results from the Garda vetting unit. On this batch, if Maeve Flynn has been vetted and there are no convictions, in the Actions section, we select Complete Approved. We now want to send out a letter to Maeve, so we click into the Letters option, and the letter we're sending out to Maeve is a decision to continue her employment. The letter is signed by Claire Commons. I'm now moving forward to the second applicant on the batch. Noreen Gallagher has a conviction, so within the Actions section, I'm clicking on Completed because her vetting has been completed, but I've highlighted Check Garda Vetting Unit. This is the second tab, and on this tab we're indicating there's been a drug offence. We have decided to discontinue Noreen's employment, so the letter that we're sending to her is Decision to Discontinue Employment, and the letter is signed by Claire Commons. To select the next applicant on the batch, I can move forward through the applicants, or I could have selected the applicant by their ID number, which is displayed on the batch. The results for Patricia Kavanagh have also been returned. Patricia has a conviction, so we're clicking on Completed Check Garda Vetting Unit, and on the second tab I'm entering in that there's a conviction in relation to intoxication in a public place. We are giving Patricia the opportunity to discuss this with us, so we're sending out a letter to her, inviting her to attend a meeting. The letter signed by Claire Commons. Please remember that the text of the letters can be updated at any point by the user. When we have completed updating the information relating to this batch, we click on the button Return to the main screen. If the user would like to view the current status on a batch, enter the batch number and click the second button on the right hand side. This displays the batch cover sheet with the current status, the action of each of the applicants displayed. This allows a quick and easy way of viewing exactly what's happening with this particular batch. The preview letter to organisation automatically generates a letter to the contact within the organisation indicating the results of the vetting for each of the applicants. The preview letter to applicants button will automatically generate the letter and address it to the applicant, indicating the results of the vetting process. During this demonstration, we requested 3 letters to be set up for the first 3 applicants on this batch number 220. To avoid those letters printing again in the future, we click on the option Cancel Letters within this batch and click OK to confirm the cancellation. Please note that the buttons on the right hand side of the screen are dealing with options relating to batch number 220 as requested in this box, whereas the buttons on the left hand side of the screen deal with all batches. Clicking on the button Preview Letter to Organisations will print a letter to all organisations where a letter has been requested on the applicant screen. Preview Letter to Applicants will address a letter to the applicant, again where a letter has been requested on the applicant record. And the final button cancels all letter requests.